Hey Wallet Hubbers! Today we'll be talking about the Capital One Spark Miles for Business credit card. If you want a quick overview, there are 5 things you really need to know about this top-tier rewards card for business travelers. First, the Capital One Spark Miles card is one of the market's best travel rewards cards for small business owners. That's especially true if you're a big spender. Second, the Spark Miles card gives 2 miles per $1 spent on all purchases. That's equal to 2% back when you redeem your Spark Miles for any type of travel charged to the card. And that could save lots of small business owners thousands of dollars per year. Third, Capital One Spark Miles occasionally runs promotions that give new cardholders 1 or more initial rewards bonuses. But those are limited time offers and are not always around. Fourth, the Capital One Spark Miles card usually charges an annual fee, but it's often waived the first year, and it's well worth the investment if you're planning to use this card all the time, considering all the rewards that you'll earn. And fifth, you do need at least good credit to qualify for the Capital One Spark Miles card, which probably won't come as a surprise. Still, you may be surprised to learn that your personal credit standing may matter a lot more when your company's credit comes to business credit card approval. That's the short story. You can learn more or apply for the Capital One Spark Miles business card online by clicking the button here. But if you still have questions, I've got you covered there too. For example, how does the Capital One Spark Miles card compare to the Capital One Spark Miles Select card? Well, Spark Miles Select has no annual fee, but offers less in rewards than Spark Miles. Generally, it's best to focus on the Spark Miles card if you expect to make at least $1,600 in purchases per month. That would get you more than enough in rewards for the annual fee to be worth it. By the way, if you're not sure if you travel enough to get a Miles card, the Capital One Spark Cash card is very similar to its Spark Miles siblings, just with a different rewards currency. You might also want to know what your options will be for redeeming your Capital One Spark Miles rewards. Spark Miles gives you several redemption options, including account credits, booking travel, paper checks, and gift cards. It's best to redeem for travel because your miles will be worth the most that way. You can book travel with miles through Capital One or use their purchase eraser tool to erase the cost of travel by redeeming miles for an account credit. On that note, it's fair to wonder how the Capital One Spark Miles card defines travel. There's a long list of travel-related expenses that you can use your miles for to get maximum value. They generally include purchases made from airlines, hotels, rare lines, car rental agencies, limousine services, bus lines, cruise lines, taxi cabs, travel agents, and timeshares. Another common question is whether Spark Miles is a good card for everyday business spending. The Capital One Spark Miles card is great for everyday business purchases because you earn rewards at a flat rate. Double miles on every dollar that you spend. The key is to give yourself regular opportunities to redeem those miles at full value by using them to pay for qualifying travel purchases. But, as I mentioned earlier, there are Capital One Spark cards with cash rewards too. And finally, does the Spark Miles card come with any other perks? It sure does. For one thing, employee cards are free with Capital One Spark Miles for Business. Plus, you get to earn rewards on your employee spending and set individual spending limits for each employee. Capital One Spark Miles also provides a variety of secondary benefits like rental car insurance, purchase protection, and extended warranties, along with helpful budgeting tools. Given all it has to offer small business owners, it makes sense that Capital One Spark Miles has great reviews, earning at least 4 out of 5 stars from Wallet Hub's editors and users. So with all of that, you should have what you need to make an informed decision about Capital One Spark Miles for Business. But to learn even more and submit an application, you can head to this button right here.